Hello children, myself Amar Singh, HOD English, and today I am going to discuss with you how to score 100% marks in CBSE English. Children, it is the dream of all to score the best, as everybody wish to get admission in the best college of Delhi University. So English plays a very important role in your percentile. If I talk about other subjects, you do quite well, but English is always ignored by the children, considering that we'll do it at the 11th hour. Children, I do agree with you, but there are few areas in language which cannot be developed overnight. You can go through the synopsis, chapters, questions, but if I talk about your language, coherence, if I talk about interrelation of the sentences, that requires little more efforts. So dear children, basically today we are discussing about how to maintain our coherence, our language, our overall presentation. That counts a lot. So few suggestions and few tips which I am going to discuss right now will be worthwhile for you, and I assure you, if you follow such things while attempting your question paper, definitely you will find a good enhancement in your language, in your performance, as well as in your marks. So children, basically, as the topic is there, how to score 100% marks, one thing I would like to discuss with you, very important, while you attempt section B, writing skills, that time you need to be more particular while giving your thoughts. I tell you the example how, basically what happens. The topics, the questions which are given in our writing skills, you are used to those questions or similar questions since your 7th, 8th, 9th or 10th standard, and you feel it quite easy to give your thoughts on the same. But what is required, not only the thought process, not only the content, the most important thing is the presentation, expression, that is consisted with the coherence as well. So if I talk about any question of writing skill, suppose I talk about letter writing, or if I talk about any speech or debate or article writing, so basically the format 1 mark, content 4 marks, and expression 5 marks. Like this it is 10 marks. So what the children do, you are more focused to this much area only. You are focused to content only, and sometimes format as well. But this part, expression part, this is ignored by the children. You ignore this part, and the 5 marks here, you lose it. It is consisted with two things: your coherence and grammatical accuracy. 2.5 marks, 2.5 marks. So what you are supposed to do now, you need to pay attention to your coherence as well as your grammatical accuracy. If this part is also assessed well, definitely your score will be better. And this happens in all the questions of writing skill, that apart from the content what you write, your format and your expression, they are given 50 to 60% weightage in every question. So apart from content, be focused for the same question. It is for article writing, and it will also be applied in your debate writing as well as in your speech writing. The same will be there. So be particular about this section. If you do this section quite well, rest of the paper is managed, because literature is the portion which you go through whole academic year. One more thing that I would like to discuss with you, while you attempt your section A, reading section, so the 15 minutes which you get to read the whole question paper, it is advised to you, instead of going through the whole question paper, you should read one comprehension passage and find all the answers, so that the moment you are allowed to write, within no time the first passage answers must be written by you, and you can save that much of time. That is very essential, right? So like this, reading section will be there with you. Rest two passages, one for note making and one for reading comprehension, will be finished within half an hour. Time is very much planned by you. It should be, because the question paper is little lengthy, so it requires proper planning of time. That I hope you all must be facing during your internal examinations. Now the next section, if I talk about literature, section C, there in RTC, what sometimes the children do in reference to context, when poetry is given, at the time 3-4 lines are given to you, you need to read the questions and find out the answers. What children do basically, they find the answers in those 4 lines only. The answers is not given in those 4 lines. The answer may be on the thematic base of the poem. The answer is not only in those 4 lines. It is not comprehension poem. It's RTC, reference to context. Lines are given just to refer from which poem the questions are given. The answer may be there, but it is not very important. It is not very certain that answers will be only there. They may be in whole theme of the poem. So while writing the answer, you need to be more elaborative, giving all the aspects of that particular area what is demanded. Clear? So that happens. And also prepare the name of the poem and the poet, as well as in literature also. Because sometimes the question are thrown like this, why does Anis Jung give the description of children living in Simapuri in such a way, and what were the problems that Anis Jung talks about. So the children are most of the time confused कि who is Anis Jung. So children, it is advised to you to go through the names of the poem, poets, chapters and their writers. The questions are given like this. About Douglas, what is the misadventure that happened in the life of Douglas. So if you don't know who is Douglas, you cannot relate the answer from the text. So it is very mandatory for you all to know from which particular lesson, from which particular topic the question is extracted, so that you can relate it well. And while you attempt literature, don't elaborate the whole things. Generally what happens, if any question is thrown, the children are used to synopsis of the chapter. So what they do in long composition questions, they are not focused to that much area, rather they write the whole synopsis of the chapter. And they consider that now their job is done. Children, the whole synopsis is not required. What is required is only the context of what the question has been given. Give briefly, write those particular incidents and events from the text which the question demands. Don't go out of the box. Don't go beyond it. If you have gone through the text carefully, so your answer must be related to the same. And the same in the context of novel. Two questions will be there. One will be based on your character sketch, and one will be incident, any event. So you must be well known to all the characters, whether it has a very significant role or insignificant role, because sometimes those characters are also given which have little less significant role. So like this, if you plan the whole paper, if you make yourself mentally ready, if you have time management and follow certain things in your writing skills, I assure you, definitely you will score 100% of marks without anything, without any hurdle, without any problem. So I hope you all must have got it, and definitely you will follow the same. Hoping all the best, best of luck, and cheers. Thank you.